Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be doing my weekly paycheck payday routine and breakdown, as well as doing my cash stuffing of my wallet, sinking funds, saving challenges, 1 month ahead binder, and my bills. So if you like these kinds of videos, please go ahead and hit the like button. I hope that if you are a returning viewer that you will consider subscribing. Leave me a comment down below. How did April go for you all? How is it going? We only have 1 week left. And let's get started. Okay guys, so looking at this past week, I had the remaining bills of the month come out for me. As you all can see, going into this final week of April, I don't have any more bills. As we get into May, which will be coming very soon, of course, I will have bills due for May. So these bills were already covered because I am 1 month ahead on bills. So I saved all of my bill money for the month of April in the month of March. And at the same time, during the course of this month, I have saved all of my bills for May. So all of my bills for May are taken care of. You guys are going to see that in my bills binder. I just have one more May bill to stuff, and we're going to do that in today's video, and that's going to be electricity for next month. At the time that you all are seeing this video, I'm currently out of town. I'll be back on Tuesday, and so pretty much all of your orders have gone out. A few have been trickling in over the last couple of days, and so I will try to get those out today before I leave, but just want to give you guys a heads up of I will be out of town for a few days, so just keep that in mind. And then I have one of my best friend's birthday on the last day of this month, and that will close out the month of April for me. So let's go into the monthly budget page. Okay, so this is my monthly budget sheet where I show you all my variable expenses, my fixed expenses, and my cash savings and additional expenses that I project to come up throughout the month. I don't show my income or revenue. In this planner, I do have additional pages after I do the budget here on camera, and on those additional pages is where I have those numbers recorded. So let's update the fixed expenses. So Wi-Fi came in at $95.16. Apple subscriptions came in at $12.67, and then electricity came in at $162.31. So my bills for the month are done, so I can go ahead and add this amount up and see if we are over or under budget. I project to be under. However, the variable expenses as well as additional expenses, we still have one more week in this month, and so I have to wait until this month is completely over to fill in the rest of these numbers. So let's add this up. Okay, so we came in at $1507.46. The budget was $1549. So $1507.46. And what I end up doing is $1549 is what I put in the bank, and any extra money or overage that I saved for the bills, some of it I'm just gonna let it be a buffer. Like all of these cents, like if I'm under a few cents in these bills, I just let those cents stay in my buffer checking account. However, for electricity, because it is like $30 something, I ended up paying $30 something less than what I budgeted. I'm going to allocate that $37. Allocate that $37 to the next month's bill. So hopefully that's not too confusing, but that's what I am going to be doing with that. So I have nothing else to update down here. Next week, I'll be able to update you guys on the April trip. I will also be vlogging that trip, so stay tuned for that. And so let's get into Paycheck 4. So for Paycheck 4, here I am tracking my weekly expenses and savings. So my fixed expenses, which were my Wi-Fi bill and my Apple bill, the budget was $109, and those came in together at $107.83. For my variable expenses, which are my cash envelopes in my wallet, I have $10 left, so we spent $270. My saving challenges got $25. I didn't stuff sinking funds, month ahead binder, or anything like that this past week. And then for unbudgeted, I was budgeting the phone case that I was getting for my boyfriend in this paycheck, which is a late birthday gift. But I went ahead and just took it out of our date night envelope. So this is going to actually be 0 because I did buy it, but it did not come out of paycheck 4. So let's add this paycheck up. So the budget was $444 for the week, and we spent $402.83. And just to clarify or give any disclaimers, my budget is just for me. I am a solo budgeter, and this is not my income. This is a portion of the expenses that come out of my income. And let's move on to the final paycheck of the month, which will be paycheck 5. Okay, I forgot to do the difference here. So our bills ended up being a positive difference of $1.17. Again, that money will just stay in my buffer checking account. That's how I build a buffer checking account. There's several ways you can build one, but this is how I do it. And then of course we save 10 in the variable expenses. So 10 plus 117 gives me 1117. So I'm going to, no, I'm tripping. $30 here, $30 here. So plus 30 equals 4117. So 444 minus 402.83 is 4117. So that's how much we saved this week. So all of my weeks have been green, which y'all know that's rare. We usually have a mixture of green and red. We'll see how paycheck 5 goes. So let's get that set up. Okay guys, so the only fixed expense for paycheck 5, if you remember from last week, I was allocating my electricity bill to this paycheck, and it was actually due today. I'm filming today. So I budgeted 163 and actually came in to 162.31. Okay. So variable expenses, and I feel like I should really put 200 there because that's really what I budgeted for the month. So yeah, let's do that. Let's put 200 here because that's actually what we budgeted for the month. Okay, let that dry. So my cash envelopes this week will get $75, and I will tell you all about that. Sinking funds and saving challenges. Sinking funds and saving challenges will get 103. My 1 month ahead binder will get 71. And then as far as extra expenses are concerned, so I have quite a few things. I have my June rent that we will be stuffing today. I have my May electricity. I have my April trip. Okay, we were able to fit it all. And this amount totals to $1,510 and nothing for unbudgeted. So let me fill this in. And let's add these numbers up. So the total for expenses and some cash savings this week is $1,959. So all this money is not going to be in cash. So my April trip is just going to stay online. So that'll be the difference in what you see in the cash here. Now let's move on to the weekly check-in. Okay, y'all. So for this past week, I'm going to refer to the wallet here. I have $1 left in spending. So that means that I spent 19. I have nothing left in home. So I spent 65. In groceries, I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. $9 left in groceries. So 75 minus 9 equals 66. And in gas, I don't have anything left. I spent it all. Eating out, I don't have anything left. Spent it all. And then in miscellaneous, I have meds I spent, and beauty I did not, but I'm spending this today, so this will be rolled over. So let's put that back in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and subtract what I had remaining last week from what I spent this week to get my remaining for this final week. Okay, y'all, so for this final week in the month, spending will not be getting anything. Gas will be getting $10. Groceries will be getting $40. Eating out will be getting $20. Medicine will not get anything. Home will get a $5. And beauty will not get anything. Okay, so I know these numbers look very wonky, so let me explain. You guys know I do budgets from week to week. So these numbers or these amounts last me 1 week. For this week, I am going out of town for a wedding in another state. Again, I will be vlogging it, so y'all be sure to come back for that vlog. I think you'll enjoy it. So I'm going to be gone Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday afternoon. I won't get back in town until like late afternoon Tuesday. So with that being said, my budgets go from Fridays to Thursday. Sorry, Fridays to Thursday. With that being said, by the time I get back, I will have Tuesday evening, Wednesday, and Thursday left in my budget. I am already giving myself an allocated amount of money for that trip, as you guys saw on my Paycheck 5. So I've already got my bus tickets. So now I have a few $100s left over for like Ubers, food, stuff like that. So I didn't need a lot of money for this budget because of being out of town and having a separate budget for being out of town. So I will only need these numbers for literally 2 days, 2.5 days before I get paid again for the next week. So that's why these numbers are so low. It wouldn't make sense for me to put all my regular numbers here when I'm not, 80% of the week I'm going to be out of town. That just doesn't make sense. So that's why that looks that way. So now let's move on. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys real quick. There was a few weeks that I was talking to you all about having an expense tracker. Not really sure how to apply it to my life and my personal budget. Everyone's budget is different. Everyone's financial needs are different. Everyone is in different seasons of their life. And so I was explaining to you all how in my current season of life, I had not been able to find a proper use for an expense tracker because I track all of my variable expenses via weekly check-in. So I don't really need another tracker here. I track like my savings, like extra expenses and unbudgeted expenses that come up in the month. They get tracked on my paycheck. All of my bills get tracked over here with my bill tracker. And so I was like, I don't really have a need for an expense tracker, but I do. I realized that I don't have a way to track my expenses for my sinking funds. While I do keep up with the amounts that are in them, I keep up with where I'm starting, what the difference is, what I'm ending with. I keep up with that, but actually keeping up with when I'm spending money, where is it going? I hadn't been keeping up with that. So I've decided to start using an expense tracker for my sinking funds, and I have really been enjoying it. So that was the thing. When I was using an expense tracker prior, I didn't like using it. I was like, I'm doing this, but I don't really like it. But since I've been doing it tracking my sinking funds, I have really been enjoying it. So I have figured it out, y'all. We are using an expense tracker for our sinking funds for right now. Let's go ahead and do the savings tracker. So today is the 24th, and we are putting money into our 1 month ahead binder and saving challenges. And I'm not tracking sinking funds under here, although those are also cash savings. I'm not tracking those because those are like revolving doors. So that money gets spent, that money gets used, and that's the purpose of it. So month ahead is getting 71, and saving challenges will get the 26 plus the rollover 10. So today it will get 107. We didn't have any withdrawals this month. So 1701 plus 107 is $1,808 that we have saved. Okay guys, so we started our cash savings this month at $1,567. We added $369 to the cash savings. We're ending the month at $1,808. And if you have not already picked up your May kits, they are available in peaches and watermelon, as well as our June kits. We have movie time with popcorn and soda, and then our summer florals kit for June is available. Okay y'all, so let's go ahead and stuff the wallet. So we have, oh, before I do that, let's pull out the rollover. Oh, and then I need to count the money over there, and the 50 is gonna stay in there because that's getting rolled over for this week. So let's see how much we have here. So we have 100, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 50, 9, 50, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 80, 180, 10, 20, 30, 40, 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So $1,321 is what we are going to be stuffing today. And I think the thumbnail said 1340, but it's 1320. It is 1320. Okay, y'all, so let's see. Spending is not going to get anything. Household or home for me will get 5. Groceries will get 40. So 20 and 40. Gas will get a 10. And I currently have 3/4 of a tank. So that's why I'm like, I don't see myself even needing gas, but I'm just gonna put something in there just in case. You never know. Eating out will get 20. And I believe that is it. Well, let's fix that. Okay, and yeah, so that is it for the wallet. So next up, we will do our saving challenges. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the April challenge. We have one more check mark for today, and that is 25. So a 20 and a 5. And this will put us at 1, 2, 3, 400, 500, 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74. I don't know. I think I did 5. Is that 564? I don't know. I just lost it right then and there. Okay, y'all. So that will be our April challenge. And I'm going to go ahead and get to the May card and put that one behind us. So let's put May in front. And let's put April at the back. And now we are ready for May, because the next stuffing will be our May 1st stuffing. And next up we have the Rose Gold Binder Saving Challenge. So let's go ahead and pull out the card. Today we are going to be putting in $11. So that's gonna be, that's gonna be this 10 over here, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus one more dollar will give us 11. And let's color in our card. And we'll set that to the side so that it can dry. And we will head over to our April envelope. So in our April envelope, we have 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and 36. So $36 that we saved in this challenge for the month of April. And then the card challenge, I believe that was $120 that we saved in that one. And so we are done with our saving challenges. Okay, y'all, so let's go ahead and stuff our bills for the month of May. So electricity is getting $163, so 150, 60, 163. And this is for the month of May. So April electricity was already taken care of. And that will be every bill for the month of May that we have saved. And so then the last thing I have is I will also have June's rent. And so I got a part of my money from the ATM, so we have to do this in 50s. So 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 920, 40, 60, 80. I will write a note really quickly. I probably need to do a zipper envelope for this one because it can get pretty thick, but we'll see if we can make it work. So this is June, this is May, and let's see if we can stick this in here. These envelopes are pretty flexible, but I try to keep mine kind of thin. Okay, it works. And that is our bills binder. Okay, y'all, so believe it or not, I actually forgot to take out a portion of funds for my 1 month ahead binder. So I am going to stuff my sinking funds and then I'm gonna run back to the bank. Thankfully, it's like around the corner for me, and I'll come back and stuff my 1 month ahead binder in this video. So let's go ahead and take out our sinking funds. Okay, so birthdays will get a $10 bill. And that will give us $310. So I recently just did a cash condense, which was last week, which is why I did not stuff these funds. And I was gonna try to do like a double stuffing this week, but with the trip coming up, that just did not happen. Okay, so wardrobe will get a 5. And we have 50, 70, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79. As you maybe saw on my sinking funds tracker. And I am missing $15. I have to make change. So let's see, 50, 75, 6, 7, 8, 9, 79 plus 15. Because I'm gonna make that difference today. That'll be $94 that we should have in here after I make that change. But I did buy some sandals on Amazon the other day, and so that's what happened with that. I need to put money back in the bank because obviously Amazon is online. Most of my shopping I do in person, which is why the cash could work out, but I'm a little crunched for time, so I just did the Amazon, and there we go. So monthly savings, 50, 55, 56, 57, and 58. And I also spent in this envelope. I went ahead and used my Etsy gift card along with a discount code to get my parents their Mother and Father's Day gifts. And it would have cost me probably about $170 to $80. But with my gift card and with the discount code that I was able to use, I ended up spending less than $20 for my parents' Mother's Day and Father's Day gifts. Crazy. And car maintenance is getting $25. That is so crazy. Thank the Lord. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 500, 520, 525, 530, 531. In car maintenance. And so now the only gift I need to get for monthly savings is my mom's birthday gift. That's the only gift, and then we are done with that envelope for the year. Miscellaneous has 5, 6, 7, 8. So that gift card and that discount code came in handy. And hopefully, I'm going to keep stuffing the monthly savings envelope. Hopefully, we'll have a little bit of money left over after my mom's birthday so that I can have a kind of a head start for next year. But you know what? My best friend's birthday is next week. I might be using that money for that too. Okay, my goddaughter got $2, so she has $200 in the bank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $206. And last but not least is the date night envelope is going to get a 5 for 10, 15, 16, 17. And again, that was, I spent, let's see. So I just added a 5, which means I had $12. So 47 minus 12 means I spent $35 on that phone case. So I have spent 35, which left me with 12. And I don't remember the date, so I'm just going to put April. And then today, I am adding 5, so that puts us at 17. Okay, so that is going to conclude the high priority funds. We're still pretty slim in the binder, so I'm grateful for that. And I'm thinking next week or maybe week after next, I'll be able to stuff my vacation deposit sinking fund. And so now let's do low priority. Okay, so next up is our low priority sinking funds, which means these are not as significant as the pink binder because I don't pull from these envelopes as often. So car registration is going to get a 2. Get two. And we have 50, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74. And so I really just need one more dollar. And if I would have been thinking, I could have done that to make it 75. That's all I'm saving in this envelope. And my car registration actually expires in May. So we are at perfect timing. So this was $2 in this envelope every month for the most part over the course of a year. Giving is going to get $2. We are back stuffing this envelope since we just had our last giveaway. So 2, 4, and 6. We added 2, and now we're at 6. Christmas will get a 10. For 100, 150, 170, 180. I'm really looking forward to just like getting to at least 200 because I'm actually hoping that I can save more than 300 by the time Christmas gets here. And this was one of those envelopes that I was thinking I would double up on. And so I might need to do that. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, emergency will get a 5. I may have to do a little bit of figuring things out here. So last week I deposited 15 in the bank. I had 15 in cash. I deposited that into the bank. But my total for, this is my starter emergency fund. So my 1 month ahead binder is what I'm using to work on my fully funded emergency fund of 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. But for my $1,000 starter emergency fund, I'm using this envelope. And I've already hit that goal, but we're just gonna keep going. So today I'm going to add a 5. And that will put my grand total at 1,187 with the 5 added in my starter emergency fund. And I'm guessing that that envelope, like if an emergency popped up, this would be my first line of defense. And then if I needed more, then my fully funded emergency fund or my savings account. Holidays will get 2. For 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and 36. My goal is $100 by the time we get to November. And I need to do the math to see if if we'll get there. Like if I stuff $2 every week, will that get me there? If not, then that means I need to add a little bit more to it at some point. And then car tires will get the last $2. And we have 100, 200, 220, 240, 245, 46, 47, 248. And I am almost in need of 2 new tires. So I get my tires from Discount Tires, and so hopefully this will be enough to cover 2 tires. I also want to get new tire sensors, but we may have to wait for that. And so I am done with the low priority binder, excuse me. And now I have to leave again because I forgot to pull out our money for our 1 month ahead binder. So I will be back to stuff this one. Okay, y'all, so I am back and ready for the 1 month ahead binder. So we're gonna start with my rent envelope, and this is going to get $41. So 20, 40, and 1. And so in rent, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 500, 20, 40, 60, 61, 62, 63. 563. Okay. So that's our rent envelope. And so utilities is fully funded at $80. Streaming apps is fully funded at currently $17. I still need $3 more, which I may just take it out of a paycheck because I just keep forgetting to get it. Health insurance is fully funded for $43, but I have $45 in there. Cell phone is going to get $6. So 5 and 6 will put us at 50, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, and $70 in cell phone. And if you see trackers, if you're new to the videos, the trackers with X's on them just means that I don't need that many icons to fulfill the amount that I need. So that is what that means. So it's enough icons on here, but for some of the bills, I don't need all of them. Car insurance will get a 5. So in car insurance, we have 50, 70, 90, 95, 100, 101. So I'll be done with this one in a couple weeks. Subscriptions, this is for my Apple subscriptions. It is fully funded. Wi-Fi is going to get $6 for 5 and 6. So we have 50, 60, 65, 66. And electricity will get 13. So 10, 11, 12, 13. And we have 100, 120, 130, 140, 141, 142, 143. Okay guys, so that is going to be the end of this video for our 5th and final paycheck for the month of April. So we are almost to May. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to let me know how April has went for you. Are you under budget, over budget, right in budget? I would love to know. And if you guys have any questions, you can leave them down below for me in the comments. I will see you guys back in my next video.